Yeah, Toastmaster Avnish.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today is 164th meeting of Toastmaster Club of Lucknow. I, Avnish Dubey, is SA for today's meeting. I'm very sorry that there is something wrong with my camera and it is not working. And I tried, but I'm not visible. Let me quickly share my screen so that I can share some guidelines of SA. So here are some duties and guidelines of the SA. The main duties of sergeant at arms during a club meetings are to basically it is my duty to arrive early to help set up the meeting, start the meeting on time and make sure that the meeting schedule is adhered to that we have done. Give a walkthrough of club's mission, general direction and guidelines. Now our mission. Our mission is to provide a conducive, supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication, leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, the general directions for online sessions. Ensure that you are logged in with your correct name. It will help us to identify you easily. All speakers, role takers are requested to add the name of their role next to their name, like SA and established. All the guests are requested to prefix guest before their name. It can be done by clicking the participants tab to rename yourself. Know when your camera is on and avoid doing any activity that may distract the speaker. Please mute your microphone except when it's your turn to speak to avoid background noises from interrupting the meeting. Please unmute your microphone and start your video when the Toastmaster of the video or the table topic master asks you to do so. Let the host and co-host handle all the controls. Now the SA guidelines. Refrain from speaking about religion, sex, and politics in a derogatory manner. Avoid interjecting the speaker when he or she is delivering a speech, evaluation, or report. Avoid conversations in chat publicly when someone is speaking, as it may distract the speaker. Please raise your hand to volunteer during table topics session to speak. Look out for the green, yellow, and red colored cards on the screen. They will be displayed by the timer at the appropriate times. At the end of every segment, please cast your ballot when the host displays the polls on the screen. Now it's time to welcome our presiding officer. I think so. Toastmaster Archita, okay, is here. So our presiding officer was very young, energetic, and he has done his graduation from Lucknow, and he is quite engaged in sports, I would say. And currently he is pursuing his MBA from Gurgaon. The Toastmaster Shubham Sinha, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesh, and thank you so much. And I welcome you all to the 164th meeting again. I can see different guests, one guest speaker from our sister club, LTMC. Hello, Toastmaster Khushbu.
Yeah, hi, Toastmaster Shubham. Very good afternoon.
We'll get to know you about from you evaluator. Like, so let's not ruin that. Let's wait for that. You can see guest Dheeraj. Hi, Dheeraj.
Yeah, hi.
Dheeraj, where are you from? And how you got to know about TMCL?
Could you repeat?
I'm saying, can you please give your short intro to us and also that how you got to know about TMCL?
Okay, so hi, I'm Dheeraj Barnwal. I'm basically from Varanasi right now. Actually, I was previous member of Toastmaster in 2019. Basically, I just joined Toastmaster. But once I joined, I given my icebreaker speech, and then suddenly I got a chance to go outside India. So I went outside India for 2.5 years. In South America, there is island, St. Kitts and Nevis. I stayed over there for 2.5 years. I worked over there, but due to some family issues, I came back India, and I'm working in IT industry. I'm working from home. Yeah, and I think that I should have been continued in 2019, basically 5 years ago. So maybe I can improve my communication a little bit more, but still I think a lot of things are there which I can improve in my communication. So that's why I just want to again rejoin and yeah, like I want to improve my communication now. So yeah, thank you.
So, what Neeraj, you will improve your communication. Like, this is what we do here.
Yeah.
And I'm also
Correct.
from Varanasi, I can say.
Nice.
And I can see, yeah, I can, there's one more guest I can see, Archana Sharma. Archana, can you please switch on your camera if you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, everyone.
So, so again, yeah, I know you. I guess you're a part of like, the entity of being with us. So can you
Yeah.
please, again, for the guests and for different members, can you please give a short introduction?
Yeah. So, hello, everyone. This is Archana, and I'm a homemaker. So, though earlier also I have joined this online platform, but because of some reason I was not able to continue with it. And but now I'm back, and definitely, certainly, I'm looking forward for certain good results, wonderful results in my way of communication and English. Thank you.
Thank you, Archana. And we love to have you. Like, always you're able to welcome to our club.
Sure.
And well, today it's a different day. It's a normal meet, but today we have something different. After so many attempts, we got our division director, Professor Devan, to join us. He will be joining short. And in Toastmasters, we always say that feedback is the key. Good feedback is the key to improvement. Like evaluation, we give very evaluation is the main thing in Toastmasters. And like today we also have evaluation like of Toastmaster Khushbu speech and the table topic speeches we have evaluation. But today we have evaluation of our club. Like we will be getting the feedback for our club. And it's very important thing to grow. So I request you all to please stay with us towards the end because towards the end Toastmaster they want to enjoy this and we'll have moment of truth. And with this, let me call for the MOC for today's meeting. He's from Lucknow. He's he's my friend. He's the most talented guy. Like he's our club VP PR, and like he kills in his PR activities, making posters and all. So just let me welcome Toastmaster Nikhil, the MOC of today's meeting. Toastmaster Nikhil, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shubham. And as the MOC of today's meeting, I welcome all the Toastmasters present here and dear guests to our meeting number 164 of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. So, as you must be aware, looking at the flyer that we have shared for this meeting, this is not going to be a typical Toastmasters meeting. There are going to be slight changes in the structure of this meeting. And as we are waiting for a few other members and hopefully some guests to join this meeting, I would just like to brief you and run you through the structure and just highlight the differences that this particular meeting is going to have as compared to the other Toastmasters meeting. So in a typical Toastmasters meeting, we generally have 3 segments. That is, first is the prepared speech segment, wherein our speaker gives his speech as per his project and pathways that he's following. And it's the speech is basically the speaker has the privilege to choose the topic on which he would like to give his speech. Then comes the table topic session, wherein it's a impromptu speech session. Uh, so therein we have a table topic master gives uh, who gives the opportunity to guests and other members to speak on a speech to speak on a topic that is chosen out of a bunch of topics. So it's more like an impromptu speech session. In a typical Toastmasters session, which is meeting, we also have a general evaluator who generally looks after the conduct of the meeting as a whole, which I would like to highlight that the general evaluator would not be a part of this particular meeting, wherein we would be rather having just an evaluator, a speech evaluator, and a table topic speech evaluator. Then the third session would be evaluation, obviously, wherein the evaluators would be evaluating the prepared speakers and the table topic speakers. So as I said, there will be some changes. We are going to have a fourth session in this meeting. The fourth session would be Moments of Truth, which would be conducted by Division Director Toastmaster Devang Pandey, who would be joining shortly. And this is definitely going to be a session we all are looking forward to. To be honest, this is going to be my first Moments of Truth session. And when I got to know, I got to hear this term Moments of Truth, uh, my imagination went haywire, to be honest. And I thought probably uh, we are going to use some software that has a lie detecting software, and we are going to be asked questions about our fellow Toastmasters. So I got freaked out a little, but I just like to, on a serious note, I would like to bring it to your notice that this is not. I'm sorry for that. As I said, this is not going to be any such kind of activity. It's just going to be a feedback session. More importantly, it is based on a Moments of Truth concept of Toastmasters International, specifically designed to assess and improve the quality of Toastmaster meetings. So, as I said, this particular session uh, is going to touch upon 6 key movements, I would say, we call it movements of truth. So it is going to touch upon 6 key movements wherein a member or a guest forms his lasting opinion, lasting impression about the particular club of which the meeting is being held on. So I would definitely spend some more time discussing about uh, these six specific movements. But before that, we would like to continue with our regular meeting, and I would like to uh, call up on stage our speech evaluator who would introduce the prepared speech speaker for today's meeting. So the person I'm going to invite is a BBA graduate, and she has served as the secretary and VP membership of Toastmasters Club of Lucknow. Currently, she is serving as the VP education of our club. She's passionate about creating creative pursuits like dancing, singing, drawing, painting, and crafting. She shares a very strong bond with her siblings and cherished moments in which she likes to watch horror movies with them or travel to new locations, new destinations with them. So I would like to call upon the stage Toastmaster Archita, our speech evaluator for the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Archita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nikhil, for this really good introduction. And good evening, everybody else present here, all the Toastmasters and guests. So, before inviting our prepared speaker, I would like to introduce my another role, which is timer. So, time is something which is always seems to be flying with no possibilities of slowing down. That's why it is important for each and every person to track it. So in Toastmasters, here Like every speaker is allotted some specific time, and they have to complete their speech within that time limit. And if they are not able to do so, they will be disqualified from the voting. So let me tell you the timings once. So for prepared speeches, the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. For table topic speeches, the timing is 1 to 2 minutes. And for evaluations, the timing is 2 to 3 minutes. And the speakers will also get 30 seconds of buffer time. So now let's move towards my target speaker. So today, our prepared speaker is an investment banker by profession with a deep passion for classical vocal music and a love for reading books. She has joined Toastmasters to uplift her confidence in public speaking skills. And today she is going to deliver her L1 Project 4 speech second, which is of the pathway presentation mastery. And the objective of this speech is to practice applying feedback. So, Toastmaster Khushbu, the, the evolution of Indian stock market. The evolution of Indian stock market, Toastmaster Khushbu. Over to you.
Imagine yourself standing in front of a dalal, which we call broker nowadays, in 1982 in Mumbai, wanting to buy 5 Tata shares. And you're waiting for the broker to give you a form so that you can fill it out. And meanwhile, all other brokers are shouting on the floor across. Just 5 Tata shares and so much of hassle. If this was the time today, we would have rather preferred not to trade buying and selling shares and go back to sleep. Thanks to the today's online banking platforms like Sher Khan, ICICI Banking Securities, Zerodha, and Grow apps, which have made the process of buying and selling shares so smooth and hassle-free. In this era of quick commerce like Zepto, Swiggy, Insta, Zomato, we believe in quick delivery and fast executions of the transactions. So the buying and selling of shares, if it was to be today, so it would have caused a great pain for us. We would have never traded if it was as previously, as before. So are you aware that how this journey of Indian financial market has evolved from 1800 to 2024 today? A very good evening to my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today I'm here to take you all to this journey of Indian financial stock market, making it to the world's top 5 market position. The journey was not so easy, though it was a fairly gradual process full of lot of challenges. Back to the 18th century, when East India Company started trading in loan securities. The first shares which came to the market when where the trading began, it was the corporate shares, which we call now stocks, shares, or equity. They were being traded in Mumbai, commonly known as banking stocks or cotton presses. Banking stocks were very popular. I think it was the only stocks which were being traded, and the cotton presses were popular because in those times the industry and textile sectors were more prominent. As moving forward to 1874, as the more brokers jumped in downtowns of Mumbai, Dalal Street was born. Today, Dalal Street has become another metonym for the entire Indian financial market, much like Wall Street in the US. Again, in 1875, after 1 year, a small group of brokers formed an association. It was known as the Native Shares and Stock Brokers Association, which we call today as the Bombay Stock Exchange. And this is how BSE was formed. Over the late 19th and early 20th century, other crop exchanges were formed, with other exchanges were cropped up in Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Kolkata, and Madras. So this is how, like other than Mumbai, these exchanges were being formed. They were spreading like in the years. Again, in 1956, to formalize the stock trading, SCRA was formed. SCRA is Securities Contract Regulation Act, which makes it a regulatory body so that we as an investor can trust upon. In 1977, Dhirubhai Ambani's Reliance Industry got listed in the stock market. And this was the IPO which gathered huge response from the investors and which kickstarted the cult of equity. Again, in 1988, SEBI was formed, but it didn't have that much of power. And in 1992, this was the year which witnessed the very famous scandal, very popularly known as Harshad Mehta scam. This disturbed the entire financial industry and the trust of the investors. So again, the SEBI was empowered and transformed into incorporating much regulations, and it was changed in 1992. And in 1992, SEBI was formed as a trusted regulatory body. And in the same year, NSE, today we call as a National Stock Exchange, was formed. Again, after 2 years, in 1994, NSE became the first exchange which provided the fully automated screen-based electronic trading system. Earlier, it was more into physical system, but this transition happened, which we can see today that it became possible that we can trade in shares electronically. Back in 2000, there were just 2 million demat accounts. And if I talk about in 2024, there are 170 million demat accounts. So now you can see the multi-fold increase of investors, which increased from the year 2000 to 2024. We have come up with the changes like the paper certificates which were issued manually. Now they have converted to digital shares issued electronically. And now India is among the world's top 5 position in the world's position. It is a top 5 market amongst the entire financial market. Currently, there are 7 total exchanges in India, among which NSE, National Stock Exchange, and BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, are very common. Today, the response of the investors are increasing and their trust is also increasing day by day, being a trusted regulatory body, trusting SEBI so much. Now, the investors are not worried about the volatility of the market. They are trusting on the India's economic growth, which they can rely on their own growth and India's economic growth also. Now, the entire industry is not just confined to HNI segment, it also caters to the retail segment also. Here's hoping that India and India investors never stop growing. Happy investing. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Archita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kushbu, for that speech. Coming from a financial background myself, I could that the speech was indeed very insightful for me, and I really appreciate the fact that you brought that you shed light on on a subject that, I mean, I was just reading about the stock market the other day, and I saw how we the biggest democracy in the world, only 17% of Indians are directly or indirectly participating and investing in the stock market, which is something a point to worry about, I would say. because we are growing as the most lucrative market in the world. So, but hopefully, I mean, for the good, these things are changing, and the scenarios, the coming future, the near future looks bright for the Indian markets. So, this speech would definitely instill some curiosity in the members and guests who are listening to this speech, and hopefully, if they already have not started their journey of investing, they will definitely start it very soon. Thank you so much once again, Toastmaster Khushbu. Now, moving ahead, I would like to take you all to the next session of our Toastmasters meeting. It is going to be the table topic session. We have Toastmaster Akshat. Uh, okay, yes, we have Toastmaster Akshat who would be conducting this session. And just to introduce him, he is a seasoned technology manager and a tech enthusiast from Lucknow who is proud of his deep roots in the deep roots in the rich culture and vibrancy of the Lucknow city. He has an extensive experience in managing innovative technology projects, and his passion for innovation is something he is very proud of. So I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Akshat now, who would conduct the table topic session. Over to you, Toastmaster Akshat.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil, for providing me an opportunity to present some table topics to all of you. And I would just like to reiterate that table topics is an opportunity for all of you to actually go impromptu and speak about topics that you would not have anticipated. So in that sense, I'm happy to present to you table topics. So far as the table topics are concerned, I would like to know how many guests today we have in this forum. I can see Dheeraj Baranwal. Sorry, Nikhil, I am not able to hear you.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but I lost you for a moment in between.
Yes.
Is it better right now?
Yes, now it sounds fine.
So what I'll do as a precautionary measure, I'll just switch off my video for a while so that my voice is loud and clear to everyone. Okay. All right. So and I would also like to understand who is going to be the table topic evaluator for today. All right. So Toastmaster Jatin is the table topic evaluator, and it's always a pleasure to have Jatin in the forum. All right. So let me start off with asking one of our guests, Dheeraj. Would he be interested in picking up a table topic?
Yeah, sure, I'll try.
Sure, Dheeraj. So my idea of table topics for today was that let's discuss everyday life. And therefore, my topics would be mostly around topics that that do not contain a lot of jargon, and they might be perspectives that you would have about common day to day. So, Dheeraj, here is your topic. I would paste it in the chat window also for everyone to have a look at it. Yes.
Apologies, actually, I missed on briefing about the rules or the guidelines of the time limits and all about the table topic session. Can you please brief guests about this? Apologies. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So the tip, as mentioned by Toastmaster Archita earlier, typically you are allowed 2 minutes for the table topics that could stretch to 30 more seconds. So all in all, you have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to complete your table topics. And in the table topics, you would be given a topic that you could decide to speak on, and you should ideally look at completing it around in 2 minutes. Okay, is that fine? Have I missed something, or is it exhaustive?
Yes, please move on.
Yeah. All right. So Here is the topic for Dheeraj. I would say it aloud and then I'll paste it. So Toastmaster Dheeraj, are you an early morning riser or a night owl? You could share your general perspectives about being an early morning riser or a night owl. Are you an early morning riser or a night owl? Toastmaster Dheeraj, over to you. Yes, Dheeraj, over to you.
So hi everyone. It's a nice topic. So yeah, uh, currently definitely I used to get up. I would say the early morning, 7 o'clock. For some people, definitely it is late because I have seen the people used to get quite early, maybe 4 o'clock also. So I don't see if it is early 7 o'clock or late. It's very difficult, but yeah, I would say it is quite early for me because I used to sleep quite late every day as I'm working in UK office hours from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. approximately. Yeah, and I used to go morning walk sometimes. I'm not basically like every day I don't used to go, but definitely I used to go early morning for a walk. Once I get up early, and in some cases when I don't get up early morning, I don't go for a walk. Uh, but yes, previously, once I was not working in a UK shift, definitely I used to wake up 5 o'clock early morning. I used to go walk, and it was a really a nice uh, days I remember. But that was a different days when I used to walk in India time zone. And yeah, once you used to get early morning and I start your day early, definitely we used to get a lot at the end of the day because every day you are working more than 2 and 3, like more 2 and 3 more hours, right? Once you are getting late, right? Early. So I think that's it. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Dheeraj, for sharing your perspectives. I would say that you usually get up at around 7 in the morning, which I think by the standards of the group would be quite early. I'm pretty sure a lot of us still believe in being night owls, and even till today, people are divided on this topic, and it's very difficult to conclude on what's the right time to get up and whether you should be an early morning riser or a night owl. I think people are tactical in nature and they accordingly adjust depending upon their schedules. So thanks a lot for your speech. Would someone else like to attempt the next topic? I can see speaker Khushbu Sachan. So Khushbu, here is the topic coming for you. And when you're speaking about the topic, you could present your personal perspectives as well as what do you feel in general, right? So Toastmaster Khushbu, here is your topic. How do you feel about traffic jams? What's your secret for staying patient during a traffic jam? How do you about traffic jams? What's your secret for staying patient during a traffic jam? Over to you, Toastmaster Khushbu.
Traffic jams encounter doesn't disturb me because I feel myself lucky to be staying in Lucknow, which is considered to be a very peaceful city, and that too at location in Gomti Nagar, where I stay in Lucknow. I have hardly encountered such incidences where like I could easily get irritated with these issues of traffic jams. But yes, when it happens, I'm not a very fast. I'm not a person with having a very fast pace or something. Even I feel if I come across in any situation like this, I have a lot of things in my mind which I can contemplate about. So this is something I can say that this issue doesn't hamper me, and I have never thought of even. But yes, last week I happened to visit Delhi for one of my official trip, and I encountered the traffic issue. But again, I was thankful that okay, this is for just 1 or 2 days, which I have to face. Again, I would be going back to my hometown where I can have a peaceful life. So again, like if I'll come across such situations, better I not to crib about. We have a lot of things either to eliminate or face it. Over to you, Toastmaster Akshay.
Thank you, Shbu, for sharing such nice perspectives. And you declared very early during your speech that you belong to Lucknow, and that to the most premium area of Lucknow, which is Gomti Nagar. So I'm pretty sure you're not encountering that sort of a traffic that probably you would encounter if you move to some busier areas of Lucknow, like let's say a Chowk or Aminabad. But in general, I think one thing that basically brings out the worst out of me is a traffic jam. And that's the only time I feel that I should be, maybe sometimes I should be quitting the country and going to some other place. That's the only time I lose my patience. I think some of us here would be, are staying abroad. I think, Jatin, would you like to share some perspectives on how does it feel? How does the traffic feel outside of India as compared to India?
Well, it all depends. See, the problem lies with people. There are infrastructure gaps in more developed countries. The roads are smoother, they're wider, there are proper traffic signals, there's zebra crossings, and people generally tend to follow rules. But still, there are foul apples everywhere, and that's where the crux of the problem lies. Because there's only 1/3 of the, let's say I'm currently in the US, and there's only 1/3 of the population here, 1/3 of population compared to India. So even if there are proportion-wise as the same percentage of people do not follow the rules here as well, but still overall volume is lesser, and that's where with India it becomes 3 times more, and that's what creates the problem with lesser infrastructure and problems. So, but there are places like crowded places, like if you go down to West Coast near Los Angeles, where I have been, I would travel, and San Francisco, I used to travel 1.5 hours each way, morning and evening, which is even worse than what I've done back in India. So it's all contextual. So the problem lies with people, and it's the people who need to correct it.
All right, that's a really nice perspective. And what you're suggesting is that we should be patient and stay in India, stay put in India, and look at making the situation better in this country itself. So thank you, Jatin, for such a nice advice. Who is the next one who would take up another topic? Come on, these are like just common topics, so I hope you would have some perspective. So I could see Archana raise her hand. So Archana, would you be okay with the topic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And Archana, I'm sorry if I have missed the background, but are you a guest or are you a Toastmaster?
Yeah, no, I'm a guest.
Oh, you are a guest. Great. So I have a topic for you. So before I type it in the chat, or I don't think I need to type it also. Which city do you belong to? Are you from Lucknow or from some other place?
Yes, I'm from Lucknow.
So you are from Lucknow. So your topic for today is, what makes your city Lucknow special? What makes your city Lucknow special? You could share your own perspectives. Over to you, guest Archana.
Okay. So though since last 5 years, I'm living in this city, and because of so many reasons, I'm not able to explore that much of entire Lucknow. but I'm impressed with this city. This city has a certain peace inside it, and I'm able to get the just modern way of living, just like a metro city. At the same time, I'm able to enjoy the small things, that peace and just calmness that we usually get in all those cities where traffics are not very much, people are living with in a proper way. And yeah, traffic, like Master Khushbu was talking about traffic. So I must say, because I'm living in the area where wherever I go, I always get the Ava Choraha, and it is one of the most populated Choraha of the Lucknow. And every time I get traffic, but what I feel, the things that is not in my control, I never ever bother myself for all those things. So if I'm sitting inside my four-wheeler, so I always consider myself quite lucky that though there is a traffic, just look at others people. They are just traveling on the two-wheeler. They are sweating. They are just irritating a lot. And look at me, I'm inside the four-wheeler, inside the air-conditioned vehicle. So this is, so I always just keep my approach. And yeah, as far as city is concerned, so I like Lucknow a lot. And lastly, I want to conclude that no city is good or bad. It's totally up to our own mindset and our own approach towards see the entire things. It makes something good or bad. So if you really want to enjoy your life, so always try to what should I say, inculcate a approach, good mindset to see positive in each and everything. I'm that kind of person. So yeah, so I always feel that I'm happy enough. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Archana. Really nice perspectives. And you have spent around 5 years in Lucknow. I'm pretty sure you're going to like the city even better as you spend more time with this wonderful city. So thanks a lot. And so who is going to be the next speaker? Any of the seasoned Toastmasters? Archita, is that you who's raising the hand?
Yes, Toastmaster Akshat. I raised the hand because of timer, but I'll take a topic also.
Oh, you want a table topic. All right. So I have a topic for you. It's according to me, it's a bit dicey, but hopefully you'll do justice to the topic. So your topic for today is: do you think social media has more positive or negative effects on our daily lives? Do you think social media has more positive or negative effects on our daily lives? Over to you, Toastmaster Archita.
Yes, Toastmaster Akshat. I think social media has both type of effects on every person's life. Sometimes it affects in a more positive way on a person, and sometimes it becomes very negative for a person. For example, a few days ago, I was sitting at my home. I was not involved in any activity, and I was continuously scrolling through my Instagram and sometimes Facebook. So sometimes it becomes very depressive to just look into Insta and Facebook and using YouTube continuously. And if something bad happens somewhere, that just before the news and TV channel, it comes on the Instagram and other social media handles. So it's very quick that we get to know about those negative things very through Instagram and these things. And if something good happens, then again, before the TV channels and from different social media, like from different channels, it comes on the social media platform first. So I feel it depends on a person that how they are going to use the social media, and that's how that will affect. If I am into watching into a lot of spiritual things and something like study material on the social media, because it is available on there also, so it will affect in a positive way. But if I am into just scrolling through reels and watching shorts and there is no goal, so it will impact in a, like, it will impact really bad on a person's life. So it has both the aspects. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Archita, for sharing such nice perspectives. I also personally feel that I am at a stage wherein I kind of end up uninstalling Instagram and YouTube many a times, only to install them at a later time, because that love-hate relationship with these social media apps continues. But I also personally feel that the amount of intrusion, or the way in which these technologies have intruded in our lives, they have actually taken the peace of our lives. And some of my friends have actually are becoming old school in terms of actually uninstalling these apps and limiting themselves to just the morning newspaper and probably some bit of news daily. But beyond that, they find that the more they are disconnected from social media, the more peace that they have. But obviously, this would depend from person to person. So thanks a lot for sharing the perspectives. Anyone else? I think we are done with the table topics. I don't see any further hands being raised. So over to you.
Toast. Yeah. Toastmaster Akshit, you can ask anyone you want. Like you can call Jatin, you can call Dev, you can call.
Yeah, I just don't want to sound like a devil in terms of deriving that sadistic pleasure out of pulling people and asking them to speak on something. But yes, Nikhil has raised his hand. So Nikhil, yeah. So Nikhil, we could also hear something.
No, that
beyond...
wasn't meant for you.
Okay.
You definitely need to speak.
Okay, no, I can understand. People can feel a bit irate about table topic masters, but here is your topic. If you had an extra hour each day, how would you spend it? If you had an extra hour each day, how would you spend it? Toastmaster Nikhil, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat, for that topic. If I have an extra hour each day, I would spend it like the rest of the hours only, because that is human tendency, I would say. We always keep on crying how we are short on time with respect to whatever task we have, and we keep procrastinating, we keep postponing the task. So I don't think having an extra hour each day would make any difference, to be honest. We would just waste it like the way we are wasting 24 hours, or we would just utilize it the way we've been utilizing the rest of the 24 hours. So I don't think that would make a lot of difference. However, what happens is, even if we are having that extra hour, instead of focusing on having that extra hour, we should rather focus on how we can make the most of the rest of the 24 hours. When we need to sleep, when we need to execute when we need to wake up, when we need to have our breakfast, when we are required to have a lunch. We all are in the hustle and bustle of our modern day lives. We all are diverting from the structure of life that our ancestors had decoded, which they called the way of living. We have already destroyed that structure, I would say. We are waking obviously we have commitments with respect to job and all, but when we do not have any commitments, we are sleeping at 3 a.m, we are waking up at 12 p.m. So these things we have already destroyed our routines, I would say. And as we say, we should wake up in the Brahma Muhurat, and we should sleep by 10 or 8 or whatever. So I think instead of focusing on having that extra hour, we should focus how we can utilize those 24 hours, how we can structure our lives so that we can stay healthy, and we can make the most of the time that we have. And yes, I think that's should be enough from my side. Thank you so much.
Nikhil, you have actually uncomplicated the topic. And that's, I think, the way to go. Because I would agree, like you already have 24 hours, you have no accountability for those 24 hours, and you are asking for another hour. So in that sense, yes, I completely agree with you to basically focus on the time that you have at hand and to make the best use of that time. Thank you very much for sharing your perspectives. And I think that's it from the table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshay, for that interesting session. Now as we all know, we are about to start our Moments of Truth session at 5 p.m. But before that, I would like to call up the evaluators of both prepared speeches and the table topic speeches to share their evaluation. So I would like to start with Toastmaster Archita. She would be evaluating the speech of our only prepared speaker for today, Toastmaster Khushbu. Toastmaster Archita, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. So, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Toastmaster Khushbu on completing her level 1 project 4. And I also request every one of you to please give her a huge round of applause for completing her level 1 project 4. So, now I'll start one by one. First one will be the content. You started with the word imagine, which I feel like everybody here, which suddenly grabbed the attention of all the audience towards you. That like imagine there is something to imagine. So that's what I liked. You given the example of what happened year by year. Every year you have given a small example, which is also again a good thing. In content, the only recommendation is you can add a personal event or a personal story in this also, that how the whole stock market matters in your life, like whatever the event, something somewhere happened, must be like some must be happen with you too. So you can add 1 or 2 liner story, a small story. Then if I talk about your body language, your hand gestures were good, facial expressions were also good. You were like looking sometimes a little serious, otherwise it's good. Your eye contact was also good. So a little recommendation in this also, like when you were telling us about for example, when you said you told us about the Reliance company got listed and kickstarted the culture of equity. So at that time you can told this like this whole sentence in a little excited way. For example, Reliance company got listed in this year and that they started the culture of equity. So a little bit of emphasis on the words. That's all. And then if I talk about the voice modulation, your pace were normal. Pitch I felt a little low. It could be a little high. And I already talked about the emphasis. And then feelings. So there is nothing like as you didn't share any personal story, so it's not that matters. Now overall, what I liked, the detailed fact which you like told, and what happened in 1875, then 1977, 1992. So everything one by one, how NSC and BSC formed, you told us everything, which was a good thing. Uh, a small recommendation, you shared an event about the Harshad Mehta scam wala. At that time when you told that something scam happened, you can share in one line that what was the scam, because when we listen to your speech and you are telling about something scam, so you can tell us that what was happened in that. So that's all the recommendation. Overall, your speech was good, and this is a topic generally people don't pick such kind of topic. They pick something like more of a personal story based. So that's all from my side. Thank you, and back to Master of Ceremony.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Archita, for that detailed evaluation. Now I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Jatin, uh, who's the evaluator or who is the table topic speech evaluator for today. Toastmaster Jatin, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nikhil. Now, having Archita go before me has eased my work, because whatever suggestions she had for Khushbu are actually valid for table topics as well. Because just to give a glimpse of, or rather, just of what tabletop is all about, is nothing but a smaller speech, a shorter speech, right? Instead of speaking 4 to 6 minutes or 5 to 6 minutes, you're still speaking for 1 to 2 minutes. With the challenge being the topic has been given to you on the spot. One thing that I keep saying as a broken record, whenever I get a chance to evaluate table topics, is there are 3 C's that I've learned, and that's applicable for any kind of speech, is concern for audience, credibility in what you're saying, and conviction in how you're presenting it, which is if you're talking on a subject, what has audience got to do with it, or what is it in there for audience? You have to come up with that message at the end of it. So even if you're sharing a personal story, the personal story tackles the second part, which is the credibility, is that yes, you have personally dealt with it, or you're aware of this, and that's why you're talking about it. You're not just giving some generic yarn that you've read on a book, from a book or from the internet. And third thing is how you present, is how convinced you are with or in agreement with the topic of what you're trying to say, and then that's how you can convey your message. That being said, with that background, let me quickly give you give a couple of commendations and recommendation for each table topic speaker, starting with Dheeraj, an early morning riser or night owl. What I liked about your speech is you set the context up front, saying you are an early riser, which is 7 a.m. as per your understanding, but which may be different because it's all related. For somebody, because I know people who wake up at 4 a.m. and start doing yoga and whatnot, or you all know the examples that are given. How true they are, we don't know, of successful people or CEOs, etc., who wake up early morning and they go through their activities and then they get to what exactly their business day starts. So you set the relative context well and good, and then you gave us an example of how you used to go for walks and things like that, what things of activities that you did or you could do still. Well and good. The part that I would encourage you to do is summarize what throughout the speech, whatever you have said, what exactly were you trying to convey in there? Was it just a story that you said? Okay, summarize the story then. Does it have a takeaway? A takeaway, which is good to have, because that shows your concern for audience, which is what we mentioned. Just like next speaker Khushbu had. So Khushbu talked about traffic jams. She took a stand up front, saying that, okay, there's geographical context. Where I stay, it hardly have faced traffic jams, but there's an example where I did face traffic jams, but I had a positive memory to connect to, or positive point to connect to, which was that I would be going back to a place where this would no longer be applicable. There would not be such problems. Now, the takeaway that I think Khushbu could have added in her speech at the end of it was, similarly in life, there are always challenges, but if there's this realization that this too shall pass. I think this was a perfect example of this too shall pass, that you can always deal the challenge that way, and that would have been a good end to your story or speech. Archana ji told us about what makes Lucknow special, sort of building upon what Khushbu already mentioned, and you set the background, how you are connected to Lucknow, which is a good thing. So that tells us, yes, you are what you're genuinely saying, what you're saying, and which is reflected in how you're conveying your thoughts. The genuineness sort of reflected in your body language, which was a good part. And you had a positive message towards the end of it as well. Is yes, there are things that are both good and bad, but they should all look at the good part, and then that will sort of keep your spirits high. The suggestion that I have for you there is pace. I felt you were slightly sort of more faster than I would have expected. I would have loved to hear you go slow, because you had these good points, but you were sort of maybe rushing through to convey it to them as possible. So if you could slow down your pace and give us time to grasp it on, that would really enhance your speech. The next speaker, come on, is, or in between, I was asked to speak, but I did share a story, but sort of my summary or my takeaway was given by Akshat, which I think that I missed. Akshat put that sort of context or the summary of my speech in that. Thank you, Akshat, for doing that. Now, Archita, social media is positive or negative. Now, everybody speaks about social media being good or bad. You can have this thing. What I liked about her speech was she took she took it in a different way. She talked about the speed of communication. How quickly does the information reach you, whether it's good or bad. So that was a different take from normally what you would hear when people talking about social media. So that was a good thing, a different thing. But again, it came back to saying that, yes, it's up to us. How do we take it? I was also reading a story or some research or something, some message. Oh, actually, it was on Instagram itself that came up a couple of days back, that why people are more depressed nowadays, because the trauma, even if it's not in your personal life, the amount of trauma that you're hearing it from external world affects you. So you have to sort of introspect as to how much you would let create a wall between that news. So that's something that maybe could have been added in Archita's speech as well. Now, last speaker was Nikhil, an extra hour to spend. Akshat already mentioned it. Love the way you sort of clarified it up front. Reality check for all of us. No rocket science, nothing new is going to happen. This is what it is. That if you have an extra hour, you, by human habit, by way of, or by force of habit, or by the waste of what we have, it is what we have. Love the way I would have sort of, my thought process was, if I have extra hour to spend, that means within 24 hours, I'm managing my time somehow that I'm getting an extra hour. So I would have taken that positive tone, yes, that I am managing my time well. That's why I have an extra and I can do whatever I want with it. But you took it the other way, which is also a good way, nothing right or wrong there, is somebody sometime, maybe is it at the 25th hour, then nothing's going to change because you're managing 24th. Same. Or side point well put. The suggestion, two things that I had was that when you were building upon it towards middle, I think there was some redundancy where you're repeating the things. You'd already hit the hammer on the nail up front, but sort of that was the message in the body was sort of getting repeated again and again. Yes, we're not doing the same thing. It's the same thing. We are not doing. Just one example, move forward, and then give the takeaway. Because I think your takeaway came when you saw the red flag, and you sort of just in 1-2 sentences you were just done. So I think you could have given more time to that takeaway and reduce that content, and that would have been good. That's it from my side. I hope that was helpful. Over to Nikhil.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jatin, for the feedback, for the evaluation and the feedbacks. I would like to request all the members present here to please go to your chat box. You have received the list of the speakers and other role players. You would be receiving shortly the list of the other role players as well. We would like you to please vote for the best speakers, for the best table topic speaker, and the role players, which would be shared soon with you. So for now, you can please vote for the best table topic speaker. You can directly send a message to Toastmaster Archita, or you can share it to me as well, but I would prefer if you can please share it to Toastmaster Archita. Now moving forward, the time is to start the very special session of our today's meeting, the Moments of Truth. And before I hand over the stage to Toastmaster Devang, I would just like to mention where I left earlier, the 6 moments in which the guests or members form their lasting impression about the club. So as per the guidelines, I mean, as per the concept, those moments are, first is the first impression, which is, I mean, how guests and new members perceive the club upon their first visit, or be it the venue, the greetings, or the welcoming process. Then second is the membership orientation, the process of guiding and supporting new members. The third is fellowship, variety, and communication, the sense of community, club atmosphere, and the diversity of speaking opportunities within that particular club. The fourth is program planning and meeting organization. How will the club's meetings are organized? How well they are structured, focusing on smooth organization and delivery. Then fifth moment is membership is strength. The club's efforts to grow and retain members, ensuring consistent participation and engagement. And the sixth moment is achievement recognition, how the club is acknowledging the members' progress, accomplishments, and I'm sorry, and contributions. So now moving at, I would I would like to hand over the stage to Toastmaster Devang, who would take the meeting forward. Toast. Just a second.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Just a second, Toastmaster. So Toastmaster Devang has been a Toastmaster Devang, we are not able to hear you. Meanwhile, I would just like to introduce Toastmaster Devang. He's been Toastmaster's member for last 4 years. He has served as a president of Lucknow Toastmasters Club earlier, and currently he is serving as the division director of Division 124. Toastmaster Devang, can you please unmute yourself? We were not able to hear you earlier.
Hello, Toastmaster Nikhil. Am I audible?
Yes, now you are.
Hello.
Hello, Toastmaster Devang. We
Okay.
can hear you.
I have some net issues. Very good evening, everyone. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, I think. Can you
Is it
please
better now?
reload it, Toastmaster Devang? Yes, it's much better now. Please try.
Okay.
Please.
A very good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to this very important segment that is held for every club semi-annually, that is called the Moments of Truth. Why Moments of Truth is important is because it helps a club reflect on themselves. In Toastmasters, we always say that evaluation is the breakfast of champions. That is how much we value evaluation in Toastmasters. And while every meeting has an evaluation for individual members, how they have done, how every member performs over time. But then when all members combine, it makes the club. So it's also important, equally important, that we also give evaluation to our club at how our club has been performing. Are the basic necessities that are there to run a club being held or not? And that's why the Moments of Truth gets very important for all the clubs. So I welcome you all again. As Toastmaster Nikhil already mentioned, that the Google form would be floated by me on the WhatsApp group. So I have shared the form to Toastmaster Shivam. Toastmaster Shivam, could you just forward the form to the club? You can share it on the group and everybody can open the form. Let me know once everyone has opened the form. Hello.
Yeah, Toastmaster Devang, I have shared the form.
Yeah, okay. Just let me know when everybody has opened the form with themselves. And Toastmaster Shubham, could you also make sure that we have 50% of club members present, the active club roster? That is, we have to ensure that 50% of the members are there. If not, please try to call if the number is short. So suppose there are 9 members, then you have to call at least 1 more member so that we have 50% and then we can start with the MOT.
We have here 10 active members.
Okay, great. So are you ready?
Just a second, Toastmaster Devang.
Shall I start, Shubham?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. So, hello everyone. As you can see that you have to fill your names first in the first column. Then, as mentioned earlier, we have 6 heads where we have to give different ratings to our club. First is first impressions, then it's member orientation, then it's fellowship, variety, and communication. Fourth is program planning and meeting organization. Fifth is membership strength, and lastly, it's achievement and recognitions. So we'll start with the first impressions, and just simultaneously we'll start. We'll also vote. When it comes to first impressions are very important for any club because as the guests come for the very first time or they attend meetings initially, it's important that the guest get the right message which Toastmasters wants to convey, and that's how first impressions usually help in guests finding value in Toastmasters and eventually probably becoming a member. So we'll start with first impressions. The first thing is, are the guests greeted warmly and introduced to officers and members? So you can all cast your ballots over here. You can rate the club's performance in this parameter from 1 to 5. And for every other parameter, we'll also do the same. The second is the guest book and name tags provided? Since it's an online meeting, probably we can be a little, be not, we cannot be that strict on this matter, but again, you can still vote. The third is professionally arranged meeting room. Is the meeting room that is online professionally arranged? Are the cameras switched on? Are the members joining on time? Are the role players on time? Is the meeting finishing and ending on, starting and finishing on time? So we have to make sure of these things. Then it's convenient meeting location. So meeting location is online. I guess it's convenient for everyone. And then it comes to guests. Are the guests invited to address the club? So initially, when the president invites the guest to introduce themselves, so is that done properly and on a regular basis? And lastly, are the guests invited to join? So are the guests told prior hand that the meeting is there? Is there follow up? So all these things. You can take like 1 minute more, and then probably we will move to the second segment.
Just to reconfirm, this form is for only members, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. I was just
Toastmaster Shubham,
I
could
believe
you share your screen? I am facing some network issues with the form. Hello.
Just a second, Toastmaster.
Okay, okay.
while we are all filling, just Mr. Devang, while we are filling these MOT, which is for members,
Yes, yes.
could we sort of start with the guest, take some guest feedback as well, since the first section was related to guests. So just get some guest feedback so that they can also
Yeah,
convey.
sure, 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 sure. Sure, Jatin, we can do that.
So, Dheeraj, would you like to share your feedback of the meeting or anything that you have to know? And while we continue filling up the form, we can also participate as well. Okay. And same goes for Archana as well.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, Toastmaster Devang.
Can we move to the second segment?
Yes.
I could not hear anything in between. So, Jatin, can we move to the second segment? I lost the network in between.
Yes, yes, you can move.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can. We don't
So,
have any
Shubham,
comments yet.
Shubham, can you share the screen again? Toastmaster Shubham, can you share the screen again? Hello.
Toastmaster Shubham, if you are your network is not stable,
sure.
you can share the form with me.
Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, Shubham, can we move to the second segment? Just open the where the second segment starts. So, moving further, the second segment is of membership orientation. So, by this, we mean that once the members are into Toastmasters, is the orientation program done properly or not? Are the members welcomed? Do they feel that they are important, not just as guests but also as members? So we'll start with the first thing, that is the formal induction, including presentation of membership, PR, pin, and manuals given to the members. Second is assignment of mentor. Is the mentor assigned to a new member? So, Ashwin, can you move down? The third is, are the education programs and recognition member system discussed? Are the guests aware about this? And yes, the fourth is, are the learning needs assessed of the guest, of the member? So when a new member comes, do we exactly know why the member is here and what are they willing to learn from Toastmasters, so that the things can move smoothly for them also, and we can provide the best benefit to them. And then it's about speaking role assigned. Is the member taking up new roles such as timer, grammarian, counter? Ashwam, can you move forward? Are the members involved in all aspects of the club activities? So it's also important that the new members feels a part of the club and they know about the activities that are happening in a meeting. So you can take 1 minute and you can vote for on all these parameters. Moving on, we'll move to the third segment now. That is fellowship, variety, and communication. That it is very important for a club to have a fun and friendly culture, a supportive environment. That is, we believe in Toastmasters that we need to give members a positive environment where they can inculcate good habits and feel a part of it. So the first is, are the guests greeted warmly and made welcome? The second is, are the meetings enjoyable and well planned? The third is, are there any regularly scheduled social events? The fourth is, do members participate in area, district, international events? The fifth is inter-club are the inter-club events encouraged, and the lastly is are the club newsletter published. You can take 2 minutes and fill the form. So, Shubham, can we move to the next segment? Shubham, can you move to the fourth segment? The fourth segment is program planning and meeting organization. That is when club meetings are whether the club meetings are carefully planned and well prepared in advance. Are the members and the role players told what their role is, and are they well versed with its what the role what the role is about? So we'll start with program planning and meeting organization. The first is the program and agenda publicized in advance? That is, is the agenda of the meeting floated prior hand so that everyone knows at what time what segment would be there? Next is, does the member know program responsibilities and are prepared to carry out all assignments? That is, does every member, every role player know about the roles? Third is, are the projects manual projects? Roshuam, we can move forward. Do the meetings begin and end on time? It's very important for a club that the meetings begin and end on time. Then, are the table topics which are conducted in every meeting, are they creative? And do members learn new things in every table topics? And lastly, are the evaluations positive and helpful? So you can take 1 minute and vote your club on these parameters. Moving on, we move to the fifth segment, that is of the membership strength. When the club has enough members, it gives a chance to nurture new leaders. It also gives a chance for the VP education to chill out a bit because the roles are filled well in advance. Moving on, for this, the first thing is, does the club has 20 or more members? Second is, are the members retained? As which means that, as we all know, that the new cycle is been coming, and it means that how many members who have been a part of your club in the prior cycle also renew for the next cycle. Moving on, the third is, are the club programs is there variety in club programs and are they exciting? Next is, Are the Toastmasters sponsoring new members recognized? If some Toastmasters, in case, is sponsoring membership of some other member, are they recognized in the regular meetings? And lastly, are the regular membership building programs held in the club or not? Which means that something that is done at a club level to increase the membership of the club. So you can take again 1 minute and vote your club on all these parameters. Toastmaster Shubham, can you remove your responses from it? Yes, Toastmaster Manvi mentioned it correctly. That could just remove the responses, just open a fresh form and then share it. Or probably you can use another email ID. Toastmaster Shubham, could you just stop sharing this form and open a new form that responses are not already mentioned?
Toastmaster, sir, can you please share your screen? Thank you.
Yes. So now we move to the last segment. That is achievement recognition. That is, which, as the name suggests, it means that are the achievements recognized in the club meetings or not? Are the members who are contributing more than their role or more than they are asked to? Is everyone recognized or not? So we'll start with the first one. That is the award applications immediately submitted to the world headquarters. So probably this is something that the EC or the VP Education has to take care. But are the awards of each members when they finish their any level or a pathway, is it submitted to the world headquarters or not? Are the progress charts displayed and maintained? The third is the member achievements formally recognized with ceremony? So that in case your member probably wins something at an area level, division level, or any such award, are they recognized in the meetings or not? Next is the club, district, and international leaders recognized? Suppose in case some leader from district 124 or any other district who is probably at the top positions, when they join the meetings, are they recognized or not? Is the DCP used for planning and recognition? We all know that for a club to be president and above, we need DCP goals to be fulfilled. So are they planned and recognized or not? You can again take 1 minute and post that. You can also write your remarks. What do you like the most about the club and what are some areas of improvement? So probably we can take around 3 minutes more and we can finish with this form, and let us know once the form is finished. You can stop sharing the form. Thank you. Toastmaster Shubham, could you just check the message once?
Yeah.
Toastmaster Shubham, while we are doing the just averaging out the responses, probably we can do any formal activities which are left in the meeting. In case the guest feedback is left, we can take that or anything of that kind can be done. If the okay.
Yeah, Toastmaster, can you please take a which I'm doing with the calculation thing?
Sorry, could you repeat? I couldn't hear you well.
I'm saying, can you please take the stage and can you please do something like taking feedbacks and all? Or talking
Yeah,
to the guest
sure.
and doing the calculation things?
Okay, I haven't submitted the form. Just give me 30 seconds and then I'll submit the form. But meanwhile, we can ask Dheeraj and Archana to share their feedback and thoughts about the meeting. Archana or Dheeraj, any of you would like to go first?
Okay. Could I go first?
Sure, please.
Yeah. So Toastmaster, I always feel, actually earlier I was in Toastmaster community that is conducted offline also. And because that place is quite far away from my house, so that's why I was not able to continue with, offline community. And then I decided to join here. But here also, earlier my mindset was not that much of good that is required to continue with this journey. But now I feel I'm ready, and that's why I'm here. And definitely, today I got a very constructive feedback. I am not able to recall the name. That when I speak, so I always I'm in rush. Yeah. So yes, I'm accepting that because I don't get much exposure. So that's why whenever I get any instant topic, so I feel like just delivering my thought process in a very speedy way. Because I feel, oh my God, I can forget everything if I'm not delivering everything in a speedy way. So and for casual conversation, people never ever complain about this thing. They say that I speak in a very calm and composed way. But yeah, whenever I get an instant topic, so it is always quite intimidating for me. And that is the reason. So I know the more I expose myself for that kind of scenario, so the better I will become. And today I got feedback also. So definitely I'm going to pay attention over it. So thank you.
Thank you. And we are glad that this session was useful for you, both from perspective of learning from other masters as well as getting from your own feedback. And we hope that you can join us every Sunday and be a part of this community as well. Over to Dheeraj. Would you like to share your thoughts, please?
Hi, everyone. I think also, I also quite pleased from today's session, a very small tabletop topic, basically, speech over there, but yes, the feedback which you shared, basically, I know that is exactly the point which I want to improve, right? So actually, I'm the person who always like to talk with the data, but whenever there is no data, right, I always used to lost, right? Whenever I speak, I lost. That's why Jatin, once he was evaluating my speech, he clearly told that yes, I started well and I lost and I could not conclude, right? And that's the point. I think that's correct. I'm 100% agree, and that's why I'm here in Toastmasters, so that I can work on those part and I can improve whatever the problems are there in my communication skills. So definitely, I'm happy, and definitely I would like to proceed from here. So thanks everyone.
Thank you, Dheeraj. And again, same thing. We look forward to you joining us more, helping share your perspective of how we should be doing things better, so that, because Toastmasters, after all, is a peer-driven framework where we learn from each other. We are here to help each other. So the more we talk using this platform, the more we learn from each other, the more we improve. Each of us hones our skills, and that includes evaluation skills. So if today's evaluations were really helpful for you, we're glad, and that helps us improve the quality of our evaluations too. Thank you. That being said, now should I hand it over to our Master of Ceremony, or our Vice President Education, or our President, or our Division Director, or Dev Parashar? Dev hasn't spoken a word today. Dev, you there? Mr. Parashar seems like he started the meeting and then he left. He's no longer with us for today, at least. But so now, considering that, okay, both Shubham and Devang might be churning some numbers, I'm still to submit
Hi,
the form.
Toastmaster Jatin.
Yeah.
So thank you for moderating the session between. There has been probably a thing of concern that to conduct successfully a moments of truth, we have to have at least 50% of the responses. And since the active members of TMCL is 20, and we have just received 7 responses, like 7 members have responded to the form. I guess we cannot, share the results to the members and to the club, because it would be like an unfair allocation. Yeah, I'll just come to you. I'll just have the thought. I'll just complete. So probably one thing that we can do is that, Toastmaster Shubham, you can ask some members to fill the form, and in the next meeting, I can come over again, and we can have 15 minutes, just a small 15-minute segment planned, where we'll just straight away get to the results, and we'll have a good discussion of about 10 minutes, where we can discuss what the club lacks upon and what are the good things that are happening in the club. So yes, Jatin, now.
Two things. One, so piece 7, I would be 8th. I'm still to submit it, but there are 22 members. We need at least 11, but more the merrier. So, you rightly suggested, we should get some more people to respond.
Yes. So, Shivam, you have already shared the form on the group, na? You could just ask in the coming days that you can just try as many responses that you can gather. Okay, 50% to at least we need. And the next meeting, we can just have a small segment of 15 minutes where I can again come and we can do this. Okay, is this fine? Okay. So thank you, but to all the 7 members who have responded, and it means a lot for a club.
10 responses.
Sorry?
Yeah, we have got 10 responses.
So we needed 11, right? 22 members. Don't worry, we can again ask other members to also fill the form, and we can have a 15-minute segment in
will be 11, but we can wait for more people as well. The more the merrier.
Yes, so we can have in the next meeting. Okay. So Shivam, handling the stage back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Devang. Thank you for being here. Thank you for explaining all the things very clearly. And we'll see you again in the next meet. Will be thought of doing something with some appreciation and all, but okay, that is left for the next meeting. And well, I guess Toastmaster Jatin, we have got the feedbacks from the guests. And it's time for Toastmaster Jita. You want to say something?
Yes, I just wanted to say out of 22 members, the active members are just 13, 14, and we have enough votes.
Still, we can get like the feedback of whole club, so it will be more good.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
So
so
we'll take more responses and then we'll get the real feedback. And it seems like Toastmaster Akshat is tired. Sorry, Toastmaster Akshat. And I have reached my destination. I will just be back in a minute. Toastmaster Jatin, the stage is yours. I will I will be back in a minute. I have here at my
Sure.
destination. Yeah.
Okay, so couple of announcements to make. I think some of these may have been made earlier, but still in the interest of time and for people's refreshing people's memory, we do have area contest, table topics and evaluation coming up in the first week of November. That would be held in person at IMSUC Ghaziabad. There would be 2 people representing the club at area level, the first and the second, first 2 winners, basically at the club level. So the club contest needs to be conducted at least 2 weeks before that, so that people get enough time to go ahead and prepare. Well, or at least a week earlier, maybe. But so let's, Madam Vice President Education, let's plan for a date for conducting the club contest in the month of October. It would be online, of course, and the first 2 winners, first and second place winner, would be representing the club at area level at the area level contest. We also have okay, we do not have, that's an easy thing. That we also, maybe somebody, there's no provision to put in, since already people who are here have put in their comments, but if they had people who had suggestions on how to go about doing meetings better, or what kind of education sessions people would look at, would want to do, that would be good too. Okay. Should we present the certificate? Devang has left, so we could present that his certificate later, but we also have awards for the meeting. So since I'm only doing a job in lieu of our president, I would like to hand it over to our Vice President of Education, Archita, to do the honors for announcing the awards and presenting the certificates for today's winners, today's meeting winners. Over to you, Archita.
just a minute, I'm sharing the screen for the best table topic speaker. We have a very few role players today, so we just made the certificates for the best table topic speaker. And yeah, any guesses for who could be the best table topic speaker? Okay, so I think
Chana, I guess.
we maybe, but let's see. We have Toastmaster Nikhil as the best table topic speaker for today's meeting, and we have only this certificate. I'll share that certificate with Toastmaster Nikhil in person, and that's all for the meeting. Now, should I end, should I hand over it to the Sergeant at Arms to end the meeting, or anything else left? Okay, so I request Toastmaster Avanish to please come on stage and officially end this meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Archita. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's meeting. Now the meeting is officially adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avanish.